I've not had luck with Chinese jujubes, and I say yet because I'm not giving up on them. This was the tree that I was the most excited about growing when I first got into food forest mode addiction. And anyway, I got on the Dave Wilson websites and I got to watching all the videos, and I could not wait to have Chinese jujubes. And I had a friend up in California, and he dries all the fruit, and he had dried jujubes. They were the best I've ever had. So delicious, just so sweet. So anyway, I got these about 6 years ago. This one is sugar cane. The first year I got it, it had about 50 fruit on it. And the hurricane came along and knocked every one of them off, and it hasn't fruited since. But I'm thinking that it possibly is a chill hour issue, that we just don't get quite enough because we only get 100 chill hours. I've read they need at least 300, but the biggest thing is I believe that the tree possibly already had its chill hours when I got it bare root from California. So that year, that's why it fruited. That's a guess, a total guess. And I hope I'm wrong, because I'm not going to give up on these amazing trees. I also just read where they fruit on this year's growth. So a lot of people, I think it's maybe even in China, don't quote me on that, but they cut their trees all the way down, and then they grow back and fruit that year. And that way they keep them low. They use the wood for something else, and then they have the fruit. So I read that, and I haven't ever cut mine until this year. I cut the top out of this. But sugar cane's the only one that's even grown for me. I got them all bare root. This one is GA866. And it's just suckering. All of these little fruits are just suckers. And I read that if you leave some to sucker, then the flowers will pollinate your other trees. So because this wasn't even growing, I just let the suckers grow up. But this is GA866, and it really doesn't do much at all. It pretty much grows that much, not even a foot. And like I said, generally I had the suckers all cut off, but since it never did anything, I just let them grow up just to try to pollinate the sugar cane, but it hasn't worked. I also read that there can be a problem getting them bare root, that it does something to the roots, they don't love it, and that it will stunt their growth and they won't grow. It's possibly what happened here, I don't know. But anyway, so far haven't had any luck with the jujubes. These are the Chinese kind. I have the Indian jujube. I love it. It loves it here. Fruits heavily in December and January, but it's a total different thing. You don't let that one dry on the tree. You have to eat it when it's a green with a little bit of yellow, and it's crunchy like an apple. Love them, but they're nothing like the Chinese jujube, and I'm determined to keep going until I find one that loves it here. So anyway, that's what's going on with my jujubes. All right, have a great day. Plant lots of fruit trees. Central Florida, Zone 9B.